What is up, you guys? It is Jesus Maldonado. We're going for Turtle back with another video, and in this video, we're making this Vector Alien King. Let's get started. All right, now we're gonna begin by making a square or a rectangle, shall I say? And then after we make this rectangle, we're gonna go ahead and just duplicate this rectangle and keep it on the side, just in case. And we're gonna go ahead and drag the middle part down, and then we're gonna go bring in the bottom nodes inwards and the top ones outwards, and then we're gonna go ahead and just grab another square and then hide the bottom one for now, and then we're gonna go ahead and just make some triangles, 3 triangles, and then merge all these shapes together, and we're gonna go ahead and just push these guys to the side, bring those 2 side ones a little bit down, the middle one up, and then we're gonna go ahead and start curving them inwards to give the crown a little bit of oomph and a little bit of some what do you call it, fluidity. And then we're gonna go ahead and make 2 more triangles, and then with 1 triangle we're just gonna go ahead and put it all the way behind that first initial crown shape, and then we're gonna bring them down, move it sideways, and again more fluidity, and then go ahead and duplicate that and flip it around, and then scoot it over. And now we're just gonna go ahead and bring this bottom piece back from visibility, and then we're gonna go ahead and bring those 2 bottom nodes a little bit forward, and we're just gonna go ahead and start. I believe we're going to go and start adding color now to this, and we're going to go ahead with like a really bright yellow color, CYK like always, because we might want to print this out later in the future. And we're going to go ahead and fill up all these shapes with the colors, and the back little points, we're going to make a darker version of that color. That way it looks like it's behind everything else, and I get some depth to it. And we're going to go ahead and bring these nodes upwards. We're going to make this bottom piece a little bit not so tall. We're gonna make it shorter, and then we're gonna round off those corners a bit. And now time to make the alien. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with a circle and go with this yellow green shape, like this barf green, and bring that bottom node down, and then we're gonna go ahead and just make it more narrow so it's more pointy. And now we're making the eyes, so we're gonna go grab 2 circles and then just intersect them, and then we're just gonna play around with the shape here a little bit. And once you get the right shape, we're just grabbing it, duplicating it, flipping it around, and now we're just adjusting where these shapes go within the alien head. And now we're just gonna make this head a little bit bigger, and we're just gonna play with some proportions here. And now we're adding the outlines to the eyes and the head of the alien shape. Woo, that's a lot. So now that we're doing that, okay, so what are we gonna do now? We're just gonna keep playing with the proportions. I like to play with the proportions a lot, just to make it as best as I can, to make it look as good as I possibly could. And that rhymes, good as I could. And so now after all that, we're just gonna go ahead and add some ears to this guy, and we're gonna go grab that triangle shape and just do some curves, play around with these curves until we get the shape just right. And as you can see, I added a point to one of the edges, and then made it into a corner and brought it out. So now it gets that elf look, that fin look kind of ears. So we're just gonna leave it at that, and we're gonna go ahead and just make 2 points on the bottom of the head, and then we're just gonna bring the middle node, turn it to a corner, and bring it up. So now it's got like a butt chin, and then we're gonna go ahead and put a line, and then thin it out from one side. That way it's just like a little butt chin of the alien. Nice little butt chin. And I was playing around here with the nose. I was gonna go ahead and add some like a clown nose to this guy, but that was just, I don't know, it's just kind of weird, you know, just like what's the point? So now we're just gonna go ahead and add the mustache to this guy. And at first I did it this way, but I realized that's not how I do it. So what I did was just get rid of those 2 nodes, and then just start playing around with the shapes to make it like that teardrop shape, and then we're gonna flip these guys around a little bit, turn them around, and then go ahead and add them together. And now he's got like a red mustache. We added the stroke to it, and we're gonna push the bottom a little bit up, more inward, so it's more of a distinguished mustache look. And now we're gonna change the color of the mustache. Here I was just playing around with all the colors, which colors I wanted, but I ended up going with like the brown, typical mustache color. Normally I like to play around with colors and just have these crazy bright, vibrant colors. But this time we'll just go ahead with brown, and I'm just playing around with the nose, and I did not like that at all, so we just got rid of it. And so now we're bringing the crown down a little bit, just so it looks more like it's on its head. And again, we're just playing with more proportions, and just bring it back up a little bit. And then eventually here we're just gonna go ahead and what else did we do here? I don't remember actually. I think we're just gonna start adding some details to the alien now. So yes, oh yeah, we are. So we're gonna go ahead and start adding the shadows, and we're gonna just start off by making a rectangle beneath the crown layer and on top of all the layers besides the outer stroke of the head. And so now that once we got the shadow, we're just gonna turn it to a dark green and then lower the opacity on it so it's a shadow. And now we're changing the color of the eyes. We're gonna go ahead with this like magenta, printer magenta color, and here I'm just playing with some different style for like shading. I did not like how this looked at all. So I ended up getting rid of it. It looked weird. I don't know, didn't look right. So we just go ahead and make another like a little triangle, and then just play around and curve the shape a little bit, and that's what we do. Turn it to dark green, lower the opacity. These steps are pretty much all the same, like every single what do you call it, illustration. You just all I do is grab the color, lower down its opacity, turn it into a darker color, and then that's the shadow. That's how I make my shadows, and they don't look too weird, you know. Like sometimes, like if you make them like a different color, they look kind of weird, but this one's not so much. And here I'm just adding some detail to the mustache. I ended up getting rid of this as well because I did not like it. A lot of this stuff is just playing with it and to see whether you like it or not. Maybe somebody might, but I didn't. So I thought it looked kind of weird. Yeah, like I don't know, it just looked off. It didn't look right. So I ended up getting rid of it. But now I'm trying to not have some dead silence here. If you guys are liking this video so far, just let me know, and if you're not, just tell me to like F off or something. I don't know, like tell me that you hate these videos, or something. Like give me some constructive feedback. I need to improve on these videos, and let me know what you guys want to see to be made. You know, so I just keep on playing with these shapes and experimenting, and I don't know, it looked weird. They kind of look like teeth. And so I didn't like it, and I was just, I'm just playing around with everything, like I said, and I just end up getting rid of it all. And so that was like a few minutes of the time that went by, but so after we got rid of it, we're just gonna go ahead and start playing with these shapes. We're gonna add some like bags under this guy's eyes by grabbing the eye and then just breaking the node apart and then just deleting one of the nodes, and you get that little shape that goes along with the eyes. And now we're adding the highlights of the eyes, so just do an oval, and we're gonna go ahead and turn it into a white color pretty much, and put it at the top of the eyes, and we're gonna lower the opacity down a little bit so it's just highlight. And now that we have this going and finished, we're adding detail to the ears. So we're adding that inner piece of the ears by grabbing the ear shape, shrinking it down, and then turning it into a really dark color. And now he has the inner part of the ears. And we add highlights to the mustache by creating more ovals, and then making it the same color as the brown, and then just lighting it up and then lowering the opacity. And now we're just making the highlights for the top of the ears, grabbing the shape of the ears, grab another shape, and then lower it down a little bit and subtract it, and then go ahead and just turn it into a green, and then a really light green, and bump up the curve a little bit so it's not going on top of that middle dark piece of the ear. And then we just lower the made the eyes, that stroke of the eyes a bit smaller. I think we turn it from an 8 point to a 6 point. And now we're adding the highlights and shadows for the crown. So we go ahead and just grab the crown shape, adjust the triangles a little bit to match more of the actual overall triangles, and lighten up the color. And same thing with the bottom square piece, just grab the square, shrink it up, and lighten the color. And now we're adding the highlights of the crown by making rectangles, turning them white, and then just adjusting the nodes. We're gonna go ahead and just adjust the bottom nodes right, and then the top ones left, and we're gonna do the same thing with the other little highlight, and just grab it, duplicate it, and turn it around. And so now we're adding ovals to the crown for the finishing highlights of the crown. And we're pretty much nearing the end of this, so we're going ahead and add a shadow to the crown at the bottom, just by making a rectangle and just playing around with the shape, and then turning it into a dark color of the yellow, and then bumping down the opacity like always. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this guy. I think that's all we pretty much do. Now all I do is just playing around with some stuff and adding some finishing touches. Oh, actually, yeah, I made some war paint for this alien by grabbing that tear shape and then just putting it around the eyes, and then I played with it, and then I end up duplicating it. So as you see here, I'm just kind of like wing eyeliner, duplicate it, flip it around, and then put it like that. So thanks for watching this video, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you did in the comments again, and then like, comment, subscribe, because it really helps out the channel. And thank you very much. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time. So yeah, just again, let me know. Do you guys want to see more of these videos or less of these videos? Let me know what you guys want to see. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Have a great day. Goodbye.